Is it possible to complete Old School RuneScape? The answer is yes, but with an asterisk that we'll come to in a moment. The better question I think in this particular case is, can I complete Old School RuneScape? I'm a much more casual player of RuneScape. You know, when I was younger, I had more time to play it, and I played both Old School and the RuneScape 3, I think it's called. And you know, I spent some hours on it, so I have some knowledge of the game, but I'm generally speaking a little outdated. I'm quite a casual player. I'm not very efficient. I do have a full-time job, other games I like to play, and other activities I like to do. So ultimately, I'm not going to be spending 10 hours a day getting this account really good. Can I, as a more casual RuneScape player, complete RuneScape? Can I complete this game? I think the answer is yes, but how many years, and I do believe it will be years that we measure this in, and how many in-game hours will this take me? A lot, I imagine. I'm, like I said, not the most efficient player, but that's what I want to see. That's what this whole series is about. So let me introduce you to my new-ish character, and I'll explain the ish in a moment, litically. So let me just jump back to that yes at the beginning where I said, yes, it's possible to complete Old School RuneScape, but there's an asterisk. RuneScape is a massive game. As you probably know watching this video, it is huge. It's basically always been pretty massive even since it started with the amount of skills and stuff, but it has grown and grown and grown and grown. This game has so much to do. You probably would have even said that one skill at level 99 and you've completed the game. We were kids, we were stupid. Someone managed to get 99 in every skill was just unfathomable. It wasn't going to happen. Obviously now we know that that's not the case. People have managed to do that and it is possible to do. But ultimately that was like the starting point. That's where that asterisk comes in. So many people can draw different lines in the sand as to what they consider as a completion of Old School RuneScape. And for me, back then, my line would have been 99 in all skills and completing all the quests. Now, however, there's more to this game. I'm now going to set my target for this particular character to be level 99 in all skills, completing all quests, completing all achievements, completing all combat tasks, and completing all collection logs. Something that is quite a mammoth task. Now, some people will say that that's not enough. You've forgotten about this, or you've forgotten about that, or you haven't got the gold, or you haven't got the whatever. Yes, technically speaking, there is more to this game than just all of those items. They cover the vast majority of the gameplay, but there is definitely more to it. Like, so many other things to consider, but that is where I'm going to draw and create my collectionist bubble. Those are the to-do lists that I want to check off. However, I am willing to expand it. If I get enough comments saying you need to have done this before we consider you a completionist, I will definitely add it to my checklist. But for now, it is 99 in all skills, quests completed, achievements, combat, and collection logs done. Okay, so the other thing I said is this is a new-ish account, and you may or may not have noticed already that there are some numbers that don't look like a fresh account over here. This account here I set up a little while ago, not that long ago now, and I've been using it for experiments. You can see that the account has about 6.5 hours of playtime on it, so not a ton, and I can tell you for a fact I have not been playing very efficiently. As I said, I've been using it to experiment, so I haven't gotten hugely far with those 6.5 hours. That's why I'm going to use this account. It saves me buying a whole new membership and saves you having to see me go through Tutorial Island and complete the few quests and bits and pieces that I've already done. But let me share with you where this account is at and a starting point for this recorded part of the journey. So, our skills. Most of the skills have come from quests, a couple have come from training, and if you haven't already noticed it, I have one skill that's actually a decently high amount for such a new account, and I'll explain why in a moment. But let's start with the lowest ones and where I got them from. So the magic, the construction, the fishing, and the crafting, which are 10, 8, 13, and 7 respectively, were all purely through questing. I got all of those levels from completing the few quests that I completed, which I will show you in a moment. The agility is something I actually trained for a little while. That was to help me with run energy because I thought that it would help me with something. Again, like I said, this was an experimental account. I wasn't actually planning on using it, but now I am. And the woodcutting, also I got bored and decided to do some woodcutting, built to level 13. The absolute highest amount of XP out of all of those skills, minus the prayer, which I'll mention in a moment, XP was 2050 XP. Barely anything. The exception to all of that is prayer. My prayer is level 58 and I have 229k experience. I was experimenting with the fastest methods to get your prayer XP up, which I will share throughout the series, and actually I plan to put together some guides along with the experience of maybe a new player to certain leveling experiences to go along with this series. So, there'll be a few extraneous tutorial videos, I think, once I've learned a bit more about some of the mechanics. But basically what I did is I tried a couple of different methods, and those of you who have trained prayer will know that if you're using anything above dragon bones and you're using it on either the chaos altar or a lit altar, gilded altar, getting 58 prayer is very quick. I can tell you it didn't take very many. I experimented with a few of the high level bone types, so lava dragon, I tried hydra, and just plain dragon bones. I was experimenting around with what's the sort of XP gain that you get from it. That is why I have it so high, but it really did not take much to get me there. So the other things that have been done on this account, like I mentioned, were some quests. So if we take a look at those quests, most of them are from free quests. So Cook's Assistance, Imp Catcher. Wait, do I not have cooking level? Oh, sorry, I missed a level. My cooking level, not fishing. You see, this is how much of a noob I am at this game. I meant cooking when I said 13 fishing. I meant 13 cooking. Sorry, anyway, back to it. Cook's Assistance, Imp Catcher, Mr. Mystery, Prince Ali Rescue, Verosis Ghost, Rune Mystery, Sheep Shearer, and Witch's Potion. Anyone who's done any of those quests will know that none of them are particularly long and they're all particularly easy to do. I have also completed Gertrude's Cat, which was, again, a pretty easy and the only members quest that I completed. I guess, technically speaking, Recipe of Disaster, I haven't completed it, but I have started it to the point where they're all frozen in that room, so I can go back and complete it at a later point. And the final bit I have completed is mini quest Daddy's Home, which again I believe is members. That is all I have completed in terms of quests. The other thing that I have actually managed to complete is a single achievement. Here in Karamja, which is where I am currently, I have the mediating task of claiming a ticket. That's how I got to my agility level. I went to the agility arena, I collected 2 tickets and traded in some XP. That's essentially how I got to where I am. But yeah, that is otherwise where I'm at. Oh, sorry, I do have one collection log, and I actually have no idea what my collection of 1,490, by the way, what it even is for. I actually don't know, so I haven't completed any bosses. I haven't done any raids. I haven't done any, I guess mini games maybe. Grimhaven agility. Yeah, there you go. There it is. So again, tied to the getting agility ticket. I honestly haven't tried to do any of this. So yeah, you can see there is so much to do here, and some of them are, for example, getting these pets. Some of them are going to be really tricky. Take ridiculous amounts of grinding, and if I'm not paying attention, I could easily miss as well as part of it. We'll obviously go into the odds of various things as I'm trying to get them as we dive deeper into this series. And then I guess the final thing to tell you about this character. I have bought a single bond, which I sold for money, which is why I was able to buy a bunch of bones and get my prayer up, but I still have about 3.5 mil and a bunch of dragon bones in the bank. Obviously right now I've got a few lobster on me, and I do have a couple of teleportation devices. My plan is to not buy any more bonds. I wanted the bond to kickstart some of my experimentation. I'm not going to get rid of that money because I think it will help kickstart some of these early levels in certain things, but know that I won't be planning on buying another bond at this time or near future. I will be paying for my membership and not having to earn it, purely because trying to focus on getting 10 mil each 15 days or 14 days, and on top of that, trying to get some level of progress in already a limited amount of time, we're probably not going to get there. But there you go. That is an introduction to my plan for this series, this character, the starting point, and my plans in general. Consider this episode 0. Next episode, in episode 1, we'll be actually starting to do some bits and pieces. Like I said, I'm not very efficient. I'm going to play this a bit more like a casual player to start with, and we'll hopefully get better as we go along. But yeah, I look forward to taking you on this crazy journey and seeing where we end up. See you on the next one.